Mr. Speaker, I rise today to discuss a problem that is near and dear to my heart. Cheaper than cigarettes and more accessible than alcohol, heroin has become a plague on communities all across our country. Heroin takes a life every 3 days in the Chicago suburbs. And unfortunately, a similarly deadly trend is taking place all over our nation. Although heroin is not often considered a serious suburban problem, statistics show the epidemic is quickly growing. Nearly 1/4 of the people who try heroin become addicted, and heroin deaths have literally quadrupled in the United States in less than a decade. But the statistics don't even begin to tell the whole story. As a co-chair of the Suburban Anti-Heroin Task Force in the state of Illinois, I've seen firsthand the deadly impact of these drugs. But I still can't even begin to fathom the pain of losing one of my children to a drug overdose. I can't imagine what families throughout the country have been put through because of this terrible drug. But there is hope. Thanks to the great work of the Lake County Opioid Initiative, Live for Lolly, and many other organizations in the 10th Congressional District, we've already had tremendous success saving lives with an overdose reversal called naloxone. When used properly, naloxone helps restore breathing that has been stopped by an overdose. First responders in Lake County, Illinois, have now saved over 56 lives in just a little over 1 year. That's 56 families who won't have to experience the same type of unbearable pain as those who have lost a loved one. With increased access, the World Health Organization predicts that naloxone could save an additional 20,000 lives each and every year. That's why I introduced a new bipartisan piece of legislation this week with Congresswoman Catherine Clark. Our bill, Lolly's Law, will help states increase access to naloxone. The bill is named in memory of Stevenson High School graduate Alex LaLiberte, who sadly passed away 7 years ago from a drug overdose. Alex, like many high school students, he played sports at Stevenson High School. He did well at school. He cared about his friends. He cared about his family. But during his sophomore year of college, he began being hospitalized for what was a mysterious illness. Unknown to his family and to the doctors, Alex had an addiction to prescription drugs and was being hospitalized for his withdrawal. He would stay in the hospital until he received his fix, leave the hospital, and repeat the cycle again and again. He continued this pattern until he died of an overdose a few days after his final exams. The primary purpose, Mr. Speaker, of this bill is to help fund state programs that allow pharmacists to distribute naloxone without a prescription so that we can prevent the repeat of Alex's story. Many states use these programs to allow local law enforcement officers to carry and use naloxone, just like the success in Lake County. And the police officers in Lake County, they asked to be able to carry it because they would come to a scene often faster than the paramedics. They could respond within 5 minutes and refuse to sit idly by and watch these people die of an overdose. Lolly's Law is an example of what is possible when we set aside partisanship and get to work for the people that we represent. Lolly's Law will bring Alex's story to the United States Congress here, amplified the life-saving benefits of Live for Lolly's hard work and the work that they did to pass a similar piece of legislation in the Illinois State Legislature. It is my hope that through this bipartisan bill, Alex's lasting legacy will include helping countless people get a second chance at recovery and saving their families from unbearable heartbreak. I urge my colleagues to support this bipartisan initiative and join us in the fight against heroin and prescription drug abuse. Together, we can truly save lives.